Hi, all, welcome to my channel Hella Research Live. So, in today's podcast, we have Charan P, who did his master's in biotechnology from Amrita University. So, Charan is going to talk to us today about his journey on how he has chosen biotechnology for his bachelor's and master's, and also he would like to share his future endeavors to us. So, Charan, please join our podcast. Thank you for uh, agreeing to participate in this one. So that's really a pleasure to talk to you and to know how you actually have taken the decisions and with respect to your career and stuff. Please welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kaushalya, for inviting me for this interactive session. Uh, I must say you are doing a great job in running this YouTube channel and helping a lot of people knowingly or unknowingly through these videos. Best wishes for your initiative. So first of all, thank you for inviting me, and I hope I share few insights and it helps a lot of people through this video.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about my own journey in science, it all started when, after my 10th. So, I mean, it's a kind of a nostalgic thing for me, talking about myself because, I was always afraid of math. So that is one thing which made me take a decision of, you know, considering to join a pure biology background. So I did my 11th and 12th from Andhra Pradesh in India, where I took pure BPC, that is biology, physics, chemistry stream. Uh, Even physics was also a little scary because it has a lot of math, but eventually I did, good in that particular thing. So, I mean, since my childhood, I was always fascinated about human body. You know, I never considered myself as a person. You know, we all are a bunch of cells, you know, basically working together to achieve something. So that's all is life. We are working towards attaining our goals. So I was always fascinated about human body, how it works. Uh, I mean, how everything works in a perfect way. If even a small, change in a nucleotide in your DNA will result in devastating diseases. I was very fascinated about all these things, like how everything, it totally collapses if some small thing, goes wrong in your system. So this particular thing motivated me to study biology as a broad term. Uh, and yes, obviously, people will ask me why I didn't take
Y-
medicine. If you
Yeah.
want to
So
study human,
yeah. So before going to that, what I would like to ask you is, if we go back to your schooling, like where you were doing your seventh to tenth grade, like
Mhm.
did you participate in any of the science fairs or science projects and stuff?
Yes. Yes, I did participate in a lot of things, and actually, I still remember in one of my, I think I was in 10th when we had a trip to Mariana Beach. So that was like a first industrial visit kind of thing, which we had, kind of a kids kind of visit. So we traveled all the way 60 kilometers from our school to kind of go and represent our school. I mean, that was basically given to all the best performers in science, the only subject science. So, yeah, I mean, I happened to go and visit that amazing college, which is there, Queen's Mary College. So, happened to see a lot of stalls. And I mean, I also used to frequently participate in the science exhibition, which was organized by our school. I think twice I got first prize. I kind of designed a working model of human heart, basically. Kind of
Okay.
set up some tubes and all those
Tubes and
things
all
with
that. Yeah.
red color food, food color mixed liquid flowing through your heart and all those things.
Yeah.
And I did get second prize for that. So I mean
Yeah.
that was my early stage experiences in biology, I must say.
That's so nice to know about your schooling.
Yeah.
So, uh, thinking of that, my follow-up question is, when did you realize that you are more fascinated towards science, especially biology, rather than physics or chemistry?
Okay, so, that's a very interesting question. So, I was always interested in, especially biology because physics was traumatic for me. That is my direct answer, because it has math. So I was little bit, I must say I'm not that great in math, and still kind of I have this problem of, coping up with math. So I kind of try to invest more time to learn all those concepts before giving any exams. Uh, Chemistry, yes, chemistry. Obviously, I was one of the state toppers in national eligibility come entrance test. That's NEET. So I had 180 on 180 for NEET exam chemistry. That was one of my strengths, I must say, which helped me score a lot of marks. But eventually, kind of, I realized that biology is something which I want to work towards. Anyways, I was having a lot of interest in, kind of playing with the human body, but that interest didn't really turn out to be my full-time focus. That was, I didn't really want to get into medicine as such. Because at the end of the day, medicine and basically doctor is going to treat the patient and cure the problem. But doctor is not involved in finding the root cause, right?
Yeah,
At the end of the day, we
when I talk think about the doctor profession, I always feel like they very less percentage of the doctors will add with respect to the discovery. It's
yeah,
like because when they treat or stuff that is already existed, which is everything is like FDA approved, which they did
yeah,
not actually make it, and
mm,
they just study, they learn, and then they just do the treatment. So I rarely I see the discovery side of a doctor when it comes.
exactly. That is the thing. If doctors are treating patients today, that could have been discovered by a researcher, right? Someone
Yes.
would have worked towards it.
So the one point after coming to US, what I have realized is the comparing the medicine in India to United States. So we do have like MD PhD option here where you will
Mhm.
contribute to the research also, so that you will actually understand what is happening at the bench.
Mhm.
So you will see how the bench side research is getting translational and going to the bedside. So
Exactly.
uh, given a chance, if India will also come up with such programs like MD PhD, like if they inculcate PhD with the MBBS or MD degrees, then possibly it will more of the innovative and research oriented brains possibly will choose that profession than just
Yeah.
coming to this one.
Yeah. I think it's already getting started in India. I must say, because half of my students base is basically MBBS students. So I really know that nowadays it has been made compulsory for them to do research. Not just treating patients or not just doing their medicine work, but they are also supposed to do research work as well, publish papers. That has become mandatory in most of the colleges nowadays.
Yeah, that has become mandatory, but what I have realized is they are not involved like directly. It's
Yeah,
instead what they are doing is they are coming with the collaborational approach and they
exactly.
provide something. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
but bringing bringing PhD and adding it to the medicine is totally different because you
Yes.
also do like basic research for like 3 to 4 years
Mm,
along with your 4.5 or 5 year MBBS. So
yeah. Yeah, I think that's something where India is having a drawback. I don't think there's a direct MD PhD program the way US has in India. Still, it
yeah,
is
so
not
yeah,
there.
still it is
And
not
I
there.
don't think it will be any soon introduced as well,
Exactly.
because, the system here is little bit problematic, I must say, the educational system. Yeah.
So now, what made you fascinated to get into BSc in biotechnology? And did you write any medical entrance examinations after your plus two? And
Yes.
if you qualify, then why you have not chosen that, and why you came to your basic sciences, like especially like the
Yeah.
bachelor's.
Yeah, so that's a very interesting question, I must say, and a lot of people have asked me earlier the same question. So, I mean, after taking BPC stream, I did write NEET exam, so NEET UG, which is basically an entrance for MBBS in government colleges and private colleges in India. And I did actually qualify that in a very good rank and all those things. I had around 625 marks out of 720. I did get seat in one of the AIMS as well, but eventually my interest was not in that. That was a very common entrance for most of the biology students, so I happened to write that. But my interest was totally into uh, doing research, like specifically into science rather than medicine, instead of medicine, basically. So, I mean, coming to the same point which I told earlier, the doctors basically kind of see things in a very holistic approach. Like a person is coming to hospital with a problem, they're seeing that as a kind of a way to treat the person, but they are not really doing the reductionist approach, like trying to go down dig deep inside and finding the root cause. So I wanted to always do some research. Since my childhood, I was always fascinated about all these things. If given a circuit or something, I kind of open everything, I reassemble that, and I kind of try to build some robots and all those things in my childhood as well, using Arduino and all those things. So, I mean, research was something which was kind of engraved in my DNA, I must say. I mean, taking little bit of inspiration from my dad as well. He was also into a research organization. He's currently working in Bioatomic Research Center. So, I mean, little bit of experience from him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good to know, you're right, because it's not that easy to get into this stream and to prove yourself in a long run, and also to choose the PhD. So that would be very helpful to a lot of listeners who will look into this podcast. So my moving forward, your after your plus two, what made you to choose Amrita University to do your bachelor's compared to many other institutions which are there?
Okay, that's a good question, I must say. So first of all, so in India especially, there are so many other streams. Not just medicine or engineering, but when it comes to science, we have so many different, ways. Like one is biotech, which is quite famous. It's a budding field. I must say it has a lot of scope. There are a lot of other fields like allied fields like microbiology or forensic science, which is something else which is quite trending nowadays. We have molecular medicine, nanobiotechnology, and so many different courses. But what made me join Amrita, it's a very interesting question, I must say. So I mean, my association with Amrita started way back in 2015, I must say. So my brother did his both bachelor's and master's, both in Amrita. He's in a different field. He's in engineering field, and currently he's working in Google. He's leaving shortly to United States for his future and all those things. He has quite different opportunities as well. So he's exploring those options. So ever since I first visited that place, I kind of felt like that's the right atmosphere. So that was always there in my mind. And secondly, I was interested in biotech, especially not microbiology or any other field like bioinformatics, because I mean, I felt like if I'm taking microbiology instead of biotech, I'm narrowing down the field by just working with the microbes or something. But biotech gives me a freedom basically to integrate biology with technology, innovation, and all those things all together to kind of find a cure or a potential novel thing or something, which is a dream for many of the researchers to find something new or something which doesn't exist in this world.
Yeah.
So that was a personal motivation which I had to do. And why Amrita? Because Amrita is something kind of personally with my own brother's journey. I felt like it just doesn't give education for living, but it also gives education for life. You grow as a person in Amrita. And whatever I am today, I think most of the credit I give to Amrita because personally, coming from a background where I'm one of the first generations of science person in my family. No one else is doing science in my family. Most of them are into engineering field. I'm the only person who took up science in my family. I had minimal guidance from coming from my family, but I had a lot of emotional support, financial support, and all those things from my family. But when it comes to academics, I must say, I really got a lot of, right mentorship from good people over there. One of them is Dr. Pipin Nair. He's our dean of School of Biotechnology at Amrita. He was always there, and I can proudly say that. And apart from him, Dr. Geeta Kumar, so she is Dean of Physical Sciences. These two were one of the most inspirational people I have ever had in my journey at Amrita. They were always there to correct me and criticize me. I mean, I must say, Geeta ma'am did give me a lot of constructive criticism. She criticized me very badly, but I learned a lot from that criticism. And I must say, if I didn't get that criticism, I would have never corrected myself or I would have
Yeah.
never established myself in this position today. Every scolding which I got shaped me for whatever I am today. And
Yeah.
that was possible because of Amrita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, constructive criticism is very important because it helps us to shape and also it shape us in such a way that we could be a right fit to wherever we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is something which is very important. And so as you were mentioning about your faculty over there, so how important is the mentoring when you just step into the science? Because definitely when we get into bachelors, like at least most of the students will not have a clear path, you know.
Yeah.
And also not all the students will also have like the same amount of time to invest, right?
Mm.
Okay, so once I get into bachelor's, let's say that a student might not be having 10 years of time to invest to do bachelor's, master's, and then to PhD. They might think that,
Yeah.
okay, in 3 years or in 4 years, I need to go and to get a job. So, what is your take on mentoring?
So I must say, mentoring can find the meaning in someone's life because if a person is not getting proper mentorship, then he or she might end up in taking wrong decisions in life. So in the path towards success, it is not I, it is we. There are, always two people involved, two or more than two people involved. It's not always one person towards the path to success. I must say, many people in Amrita did really help me to attain the discipline which I wanted. I mean, during my bachelor's, I worked with Dr. Chinchu Bose. So he is a professor here in Amrita. So I mean, that was the most initial exposures to research which I got through Bright Project. And that was a time when he made me realize that, research is mostly about discipline, right? It's not about anything you do or something you do, but whatever you do should have a meaning behind why you're doing that. And there should be a purpose behind doing that, right? And, you know, that age, basically, when you are in bachelor's, that age is when your brain is most, kind of dynamic. I mean, a lot of thoughts will come like, I want to do this, I want to do that. You want to put your hand into 10,000 things. But a mentor is the only person in your life who will let you decide where you need to put your hand properly. Not into everything, but one specific thing that person will tell you to do this and you will succeed. And that path, that light, that vision will only come from mentorship. And mentorship, even a hour of mentorship can change someone's life. And I can give you a live example. one of my student actually, he's Litesh Chauhan. I can tell his name proudly. So he's from AIMS Delhi. He's doing his final year in All India Institute of Medical Sciences Delhi, one of the best medical colleges in world. It's ranked sixth in world. And he recently approached me for guidance, and I was helping him with his SOP. And he did face more than 10 failures back to back, and he was totally hopeless. And when he approached me, he was just saying, I faced so many failures, I want to do something good now. And with hope, with a lot of trust and hope, I'm approaching you. I was like, don't worry, you are in right hands. And I can proudly say I sat with him for 45 minutes. I just told him this is the right path. And the very next day, he got a selection for the SOP which he has uploaded. And now he's going to Transnational Health Science and Technology Institute, THSTI crosstalk program, a 6 months fully funded program. He's doing a research internship being a medical student. So 45 minutes of mentorship can change someone's life. So just imagine if a bachelor student spending 4 years of time, 3 years of time is spending most of his or her time with teachers rather than spending times on movies or like going out with friends. If they invest the time rightly, learning from experienced people, learning from people who are established. So I think that is way better than wasting your time in procrastination basically. So try your level best to learn from people who are already experienced. You get to learn a lot of new things, and you get to learn a way to live life, how to survive a typical problem, right? Because they already crossed that age, they know how it feels. So getting insights from them will help you a lot to shape your life also. So that thing I made very clear when I joined Amrita. I'm gonna spend a lot of time asking so many doubts to professors. Many people I know, like some of the professors are irritated because of me because I asked them so many doubts that yeah, I mean, it happens. But I feel that is very important. Yeah.
For the current students who are bachelors and who are going to join bachelors, so if they want to find a right mentorship, what are the three major things they need to look in? Like, how can they actually decide, yes, he's the right mentor?
It all depends upon the way we feel. Energy never lies. So that's what I feel. See, there are professors, who spend time, but how much time, right? I mean, if you ask a question to a specific professor, you will right away understand whether the professor is interested to explain things or whether the professor is interested to help you with the things or not. I mean, people will give answer, but how they're giving answer, that matters the most. I mean, it's just your energy, how you feel. Okay, this person, but that is not the only factor. That person, for example, you're interested in stem cells, for example, you need to go and approach a person who has experience in stem cells, because that person will be the right person to tell you what is in and out of stem cells, right? Maybe someone who is experienced in cancer wouldn't be able to tell as much as a person who is interested in stem cells would tell you. So always go and approach a person subjected to, like, the reciprocability, the reciprocity of the professor, right? So that's what I feel. Mentorship is very important. Finding a right mentor is also important. I think, some people can change lives. So just you need to trial and error method. Not all will help, but fortunately, Amrita has a lot of amazing people, and I have never come across any situation when any professor at School of Biotechnology said no for anything. Whenever you go, they will spend time. They will sit with you. They are gonna talk to you for half an hour, 1 hour, and they'll just make sure that you understand in and out of whatever is your doubt. Till you clarify the doubt, they are not gonna leave you. So that is a very special thing which I felt in Amrita, and that's what made me rejoin Amrita. Despite of getting seat in IIT, I did qualify IIT Jam and all those things. But my decision to join back Amrita is because of the freedom I had with the professors, the kind of mentorship I got, and the ideas basically, how to survive life, how to kind of think in a different way. That's very important. And I must say, I learned the maximum during my masters from one of our professor. He's Dr. Sanjay Pal, who is from Sanitation Biology Lab. I mean, he he's less of a professor, more of a philosopher, I must say. I mean, he has answer for every question, basically. He's like Bhagavad Gita. Any question you ask him, he will have an answer for that. So I mean, I got to learn a lot from him, basically. So that's all about mentorship, I must say. Yeah.
That's really good to know about your journey and your experience with the professors back in Amrita. And what I wanted to ask is, you have spent almost 5 years of your time in Amrita, right? And as far as I know, you topped in every semester. And for your best performance and for your highest CGPA, you did get that gold medal at the end of your fourth semester during your master's. So, how did you manage your time? Because it's the same amount of time, and let's say you are like out of 50 students in your batch or in your classroom, uh, like what are those specific top five qualities, in case if you can mention, put you in the top position to reach the position what you are in right now?
So I must say, I mean, let me be very honest with everyone in this video. So the first thing is, I'm a person who doesn't like to write notes. So I don't have a notes for me. I don't write notes. But honestly, what made me remember all those things, or what made me top in my class, or maybe in the exams, or all those things, is basically one thing which no one else does in the class, which I do. That's what makes people, makes professors like my way of answering things. The first thing is, before going to exams, I listen to the class very, very perfectly. I mean, no matter how many people around me, my focus is going to be eye to eye contact with the professor. Whatever they're teaching, that's going to get into my brain straight away. And I'm not going to leave that like the way. Whatever the professor is teaching, I'm going to note it down, not in notes, but the topic name. And I'm going to go back to my home and going to do a homework where I'm going to read research papers based on that topic. So I'm very, very active in reading research papers, I must say. So, and that also reflects in my answers. I mean, I write more than what it is supposed to be. Like, for example, if they're asking DNA replication, I'm not going to write the same thing which is present in the slides, which is almost there everywhere. Like Bruce Alberts or some nice reference book will give you the same answer, but a research paper will give you more knowledge than the reference books because they are like so long back they have written that, and I want more updated knowledge. And something which I feel makes me stand out in a class of 50 is my drawing skills. I mean, I'm very bad at drawing, but I'm very good at self-explanatory diagrams. So if given any question, even if it's a 1 mark question, I'm gonna draw a very small diagram and explain what is that.
Yeah.
So every question I'm gonna answer, everything is going to
The
have
diagram.
a diagram, supporting diagram. So I'm not going to leave any room to any professor to cut marks. So that is the thing. I'm going to do my level best to make sure no one else writes in the way I write. So that is one thing. And one more thing, I must say, you know, uh, many people in today's world, they are like, they use mobile phone a lot. So they kind of, spend a lot of screen time. And, th- the main problem I must say is because of the social media content, like the reels and all those things. This might be a very controversial topic, but your brain basically, there's a short term to long term memory conversion. So that is largely affected by different types of emotions which you get. Like one reel is happy and you are laughing, the next reel is sad. So
Yeah.
basically you are flooding your brain with a lot of different set of hormones that your
Yes.
brain doesn't get any chance to convert the memory to long term memory. So
Yeah.
I must say, when you're studying, restrict that social media
Yeah, because
and try to.
whatever you mentioned with respect to this social media, what I like because when we read more about the brain and
Mhm.
neurology of a brain, you know,
Yeah,
uh, these brain also does have an average time to grasp the things, especially
exactly.
these reels. They are trying to tell you the whole story in 10 seconds, and that
Mm,
is causing like a lot of stress to your brain. Let's say
exactly.
people who watch like 100 reels a day, end of the day they don't even remember one or two reels what they watched. Like
Yeah,
nothing
that's
will
true. That's
stay in
true.
their mind. So
Yeah. So, I mean, the brain is going to process only the things which are necessary, and it's
yes.
going to kind of do a apoptosis kind of thing for what is not necessary, programmed,
Yeah,
decay,
program sell it.
programmed cell death kind of thing. And one more thing, actually, this is a kind of tip which I give to all my friends who wish to increase their memory retention power, which is scientifically proven, and I personally have used it for so many
Hmm.
years as of now. A lot of successful people actually did try this, and they were successful in that. So it's called whenever you're reading something, right? Anything for that matter, reading or listening or anything. Try to put your earphone and listen to binaural beats. So there's something called binaural beats. It's a typical frequency which will mimic your brain's, meditation frequency. Okay. So I use a specific frequency. I can tell you that also 432 hertz. So that frequency, I put a YouTube video basically which has that frequency and I study. And I feel that has really helped me a lot to kind of make myself better. And Amrita was a big role player in this. I can tell you because I'm using a product of Amrita, which is called Amrita Genius. So this is an Ayurvedic. I mean, I kind of have this blackout problem. Okay,
Are you the
so I
only one
forget
who is
things.
having that? Are you the only one
No,
who
no,
is
no, no,
having?
no, 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 no. I have suggested so many people across India. They are purchasing this online.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I felt like I used to suffer a lot from memory blackout. That is, before exam, especially. I mean, I'm listening to a song, for example. I will listen. I will know the lyrics. I will remember the lyrics. But when I come to exam, I forget the main point. So that blackout problem is very common in today's generation. So I kind of feel like this has helped me a lot in increasing my memory retention power thanks to Amrita's Ayurveda, thing. And I must say it's very nice product. Yeah.
Good.
So apart from that, something which is more important than all these things is mindfulness. Like your mind should be in a state to grasp things. If you are overburdening your brain in such a way that you are trying to put everything into your head, it won't work. So try to meditate for 5 minutes every day. Like just close your eyes early in the morning, fresh air, breathe fresh air. Don't sit in four walls, close your room and sit inside that. Go outside, meditate. I feel that helps a lot to refresh your brain and kind of bring it back to the state where it can accept something into. So that's something which I follow usually. Whenever I feel something is more stressful, I just leave that, go out to a balcony, and I just look into the world around. Spend more time with nature. That is also important thing I feel. Yeah.
Because you are in life sciences and finished bachelor's and master's, so what are the different internships you have applied in India as well as in abroad? And what are the minimum qualifications and criteria required for those internships, if you name some?
Okay, so that's a very nice question, I must say. So, in today's world, experience matters a lot. I mean, how much of you invest, I mean, how much of your time you invest in your research actually plays a very crucial role when you're applying for any future opportunities. So, during my bachelor's, I applied for only one. So that was the Indian Academy of Sciences Summer Research Fellowship Program. So that's one of the good fellowships in India, which is given for bachelor students and master students, and some professors as well. Also can get that. So the basic eligibility criteria for that is you need to have, I think, around 8 and above grade point average in your till date, how much ever you have, that is more than 8 you need to have CGPA. And apart from that, you need two letter of recommendations, statement from parent institution that it's a kind of innovation certificate. So apart from that, uh, basically that is the only eligibility criteria which you need to follow. And yes, first year students and last year students are not eligible to apply. Only the second year and third year students are eligible if it's an honors program. If it is not honors program, then only second year students are allowed to apply. So that is the one thing. So the and during my masters, I did apply for a lot of other things. Like one was JNCSR SRFP, which is Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. So they also have a summer research fellowship program. And there is one amazing program, Corana Fellowship, which is a Indo-US student exchange program, a fully funded one, where students get to do research in US-based lab, gain experience, and maybe future opportunities, and come back to their home country. So that is one thing. And during my masters also, I got INSA ISS SRFP. That was my second time I was being awarded that. So you will only get twice maximum. Beyond twice, they won't give you, basically. So third time, if you apply, they will reject you. So apart from that, there's one thing called CSIR UGC NET for life sciences. So that is basically for your PhD. So it's also a fellowship which will fund you for your PhD if you're doing in India in any of the labs. It will give you for 5 years, you will be funded continuously every month. So that is one thing. And apart from that, there's one more amazing program, which is a skill development program, SDP program from CSIR CDRI, which is based in Lucknow. So they also have an excellent program, I must say, where you get to work there and explore the options, different options, and you get to gain experience training program. And I would suggest anyone who is planning to explore international options to please look into IUSSTF website, Indo-US Science and Technology Forum website. They have a list of different fellowships with eligibility criteria where you can basically apply. Like what is the different criteria for that and what is the process. They also have tutorial videos like how to do all the things and all. So it's something very nice initiative which they're doing. So, and also, there is one more fellowship, which is Stanford University Summer Research Fellowship, which I think is quite good. It is basically for bioimaging. Like they will teach you all microscopy techniques and all those how to analyze images and everything. So I think that's also an amazing program. So yeah, this is all are the different things. Okay, sorry to for not mention one. One more thing is Next Generation Scientists Foundation (NGSF). There is one more thing where you basically have to apply to a professor via cold emailing, and once you get selected there, the institute will fund you. I mean, they will fund you for the project. So that is also one amazing program which they have. There's one more thing, Reliance Digital One Summer Research Fellowship program is also there. I think that is also an amazing program. They do also give scholarships to students, 6 lakh rupees they give for the entirety of your master's program. I think that will support a lot of students as well. Yeah. So these are the different things. There are so many else as well. Many more are also there. One is TSHTI Crosstalk program. That is one amazing program, which is based in New Delhi. National Institute of Immunology, which is also in New Delhi. They also provide amazing programs. IISc also provides program, but there are a lot of limitations and restrictions for that. It's better to approach them via cold emailing than through the portal
Yeah.
because they don't usually accept a lot of people. So that is one thing. So I mean, these are just basic things. CCMB, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, that is also an excellent place to work. We have few of our collaborators there actually. One of my close collaborator, Praveen Ebenezer, he's a scientist there. So with him, we actually were working on a SARS-CoV-2 transgression project, which is currently ongoing, and we are expecting to publish a research paper soon through that. Yeah. So this is all the basic overview and outline of all the different things where you can apply.
So, did you apply to any of these fellowships?
Yes, yes, I did apply and I got most of them like JNCSR, IS Insa Nasi Fellowship, Corana Fellowship. and CSIR UGC net, that one. These are the basic things which I have got actually. Yeah.
Okay. So now, as you finish your master's, what is your next step in your career?
So I'm planning for my PhD. I'm applying for different countries like Europe and Asia as well. I'm looking forward to that for the fall semester of 2026. And apart from that, during my free time now, I'm also working on multiple other, publications and all those things as well. So I think that's also keeping me in track and, making me push towards my goals, basically. So yeah, these are all my goals. I mean, I wish to be full time in academia. I have a dream to set up my own lab and work towards my area of interest, where we have established lab and a lot of PhD scholars and all those things working towards that objective.
Yeah. So, as far as I know, you are more interested to do your PhD out of India. So,
Yes.
what made you to take that decision? Because even in spite of having all the CSAR and GATE fellowships, so why did you choose to do PhD outside India?
So, I mean, I have a very nice answer for this because, I happened to work in US for quite some time, and that was the changing point, I must say. So before I used to think India is also like a very great. I must say it is good. I mean, we happen to see the potential of India as well in global stage supporting vaccines during COVID-19 pandemic.
Mm,
India is also growing, but considering research as such, I feel like abroad is much better when compared to this. There are opportunities everywhere. In India also there are opportunities. Fellowship also will get, you will get funding, everything will be there. But what I feel is the quality of research. I mean, you get to find quality in India as well, but the amount of learning which you get quickly. I mean, I learned a lot of new techniques in less than 3 months. I mean, I have a slide for that also. Like, I listed out all the techniques which I learned when I was there in US. So it was pretty surprising to see the techniques which will take a lot of time in India to learn. I quickly learned that being there. So, I mean, it all depends upon the mentor as well, and also uh, the audience as well. I mean, audience in the sense, the lab mates, they also play a crucial role. I must also really thank a few people. When I was in US, one of them with whom one of the paper recently got published, cancer stem cells paper, there Nista Patel, Nista Desai was her previous name. So she was my very close person there in US. He taught me Western blotting when I was there. I mean, I learned from Amrita as well, but the way she taught me there, like hands-on, she made me do a lot of Western blots and all those things, which really helped me to do my master's project, I must say. And that experience, how to troubleshoot, that's very important thing. If an experiment fails, how capable you are to handle the failure. I mean, to troubleshoot what is the root cause for that. I mean, that ideology is kind of very nice there. So I kind of feel like that is much better. So that's why I'm going there. And also advanced technologies, funding aspects, the way the work-life balance, that is also a very big thing. In India, I feel like most of the roles, research positions are very stressful, honestly speaking. I mean, doesn't mean that in US there is very stress-free life. Obviously, there's a lot of stress, but kind of, people are even if they feel like to criticize you, they don't do. Basically, you have that the comfort in working with them. So I mean, I feel like that is a big advantage working abroad. So I kind of decided like, okay, I will do things in abroad only after that one experience which I got from Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. Yeah.
It's too good to know about your experience and your decisions when it comes to the PhD. So, the next thing which we already spoke offline is through the top mate. because through your posts in LinkedIn and on WhatsApp, I have seen that you have supported like numerous students to achieve their goals and to dreams in career perspective. So what made you to start this platform? Like how does this idea ignited in your mind?
Okay, that's very simple. That's a very simple logic. So if someone is doing something, there must be a purpose behind it. And the purpose behind why I'm doing mentorship is because in early stages of my career, right, in my 11th and 12th or my bachelor's first year, I must say, I really didn't had anyone to mentor me. That was the main problem. I mean, I know how it feels not to get right mentorship, but that doesn't mean that, I mean, that there was a factor of me myself as well. In my bachelor's first year, I was an introvert, which made me not interact with professors. So later on, I felt like, okay, this is not the way it's going to work. I need to be open, right? If I don't ask people how things are going on, how things are working, how will I learn? So that was the question. So I kind of started spending time more with the professors, and then I got habituated with that. And I think that helped me in a very, huge way. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. And you know that when we give any competitive examinations, just to mention whether it is CSR or GATE or even DBT and all these examinations. So it's the syllabus is like huge bulk, right? You have to prepare your 5 years of syllabus, and the time frame what you have with respect to that is like quite short. So to the students who are willing to give those examinations in probably in 2 3 months, like what are the advices you would like to give on how to covering the syllabus? And uh, also I have observed that most of the people they really don't go through the blueprint, you know, like the weightage of the
Mm,
sessions when it comes, like you don't need to study
yeah.
all 13 sessions to be to achieve like top marks, right? You need to
Yeah.
figure out what is your strength and what is your weakness, right? So to
Exactly.
cover the syllabus and to pick which topics are right and which topics are like not that needed. So what is your advice for that?
So I must say, all these competitive exams are not like university exams, first of all. The main thing which makes it different is the way you act smart, right? You need to act smart when it comes to competitive exams. That's how you stand out. So don't be like a random person who reads an entire book and goes to write competitive exams. But you need to act according to the blueprint. I must say blueprint in the sense, I mean, usually most of the competitive exams don't release a blueprint. The blueprint you have to make for yourself.
Yes.
So how
Okay.
you will make it, that's very important. You need to go and check the previous year question papers. I don't think any competitive exam in this whole world is going to give it entirely different, format in new year. And this year they gave something. Next year it's completely different. It's not like that. It's not going to happen in that way. So every year, back to back, they are going to twist their question in the same way. I mean, in a different way. So concept is the same, the pattern of the question is the same, but things change. Just the way they are asking the question or the numbers in the question, those things vary a lot. So instead of reading an entire book or entire 20, 30 modules and then going and writing exam, I would say this is something which I use personally for my exams. Almost all competitive exams I have qualified, and with experience, I'm telling you just need to go and revisit previous year question papers. There are so many YouTube videos which can teach you how to solve those particular questions, and try to focus on more weightage sections. Okay, for example, if you're taking GATE biotechnology, GATE BT, they give you a lot of bioengineering questions. Bioengineering, like the fermentation technology, the scale up pattern, the fermentation, the different types of fermenters, what are the different Reynolds number, all basically it's like full of mathematics, right? And many people usually leave that because they hate math. Most of the biology people hate math, so they don't usually attempt that, and that is where they don't get the qualification. So even if you don't know that particular topic, try to learn how to solve such questions So if in case you get similar question with different values, with that logic you can solve. So in competitive exams, more than knowledge, presence of mind is what matters the most. That's what I feel. Most of the questions, no, the logic is already there in the question itself. You just need to decode that. Some exams, like for example CSIR, there are certain sections where the question itself is half a page. But if you really read the question properly, half of it is unnecessary. It's not relevant to the question. You just need to know that one particular term, here and there they will you just juggle and keep. And that is where you need to know, right? So if you try to understand the logic behind how to kind of attend all these competitive exams, no, you can qualify any exam. And I'm telling with my own perspective, I qualified GATE twice. I had all India rank of 299. It was a good rank. I had very good GATE score. GAT B, there is another thing, graduate aptitude test. That also I had all India rank 100. So that was also an amazing one. IIT JAM, that is basically admissions for IITs. I had very good rank in that. It's one of the toughest exams for master's entrance. That was also there. NEET UG was also there. And apart from that, ICAR for agricultural license, that was also there. And, CSIR, that is also there. I mean, all these exams will have something similar. They will ask questions from certain sections more than rest of the sections. So focus on that particular section which can fetch you marks quickly, right? And never ignore math. That is very, very important thing because that is a deciding factor.
Yeah.
Everyone will attend biology questions because biology questions tend to be easy. But
Yes.
people where they struggle is math. So
The
if you
same thing, yeah. The same thing with the, Gate Excel, because everyone will look into like botany, microbiology, biochemistry,
exactly.
and zoology, but very few people will focus on chemistry.
That is
So,
true. And that is where they kind of, it's a game changer, I must say.
yes.
If you answer, at least half of the chemistry part, which many of them don't answer, that will be a
Yeah.
game changer.
Yeah. And I feel like even when people know the topic, so they like to do a gamble when they answer. Like out of four
Hmm.
options, 70 to 80% of the students can clearly say that two are not, only these two will be. So
Yeah.
that is where they try their luck and they end up getting negative marks.
Yeah, I mean, that is also one very important thing. I mean, inky pinky ponky activities
It
won't
doesn't
work
work.
in competitive exams.
Competence.
You need to be sure with what you are answering
Yeah.
because, see, if you answer something like you eliminated two topics, I mean, 2 points from 4 points. So only two are left. So you are like, which one should I select? And then you selected one. And then later on, after 5 minutes, you realize that, okay, maybe that is not the thing, and you will go to something else. So then you will end up losing that mark for that question and also
The
a
right
negative
one.
mark. So double, buy one, get two free. You made one mistake, double loss. Okay, so don't do that. Only the things which you feel is important, only the things which you think you're confident about, attend that. Many people fall in this trap of negative marking,
Yeah.
and these people are very, logical people, the people who make the question paper. They will set negative marking to the questions which are easy and which is very easy to confuse, right?
Yes.
They won't set negative one for numerical answer type. Even if you say gate, all
Yeah.
the numerical answer type, no, the
They will not
solving
have.
questions, no negative marking. Because they know if you get right answer, exact point to point, you will put it.
They will.
They will give negative marking only to the questions which are easy, easy to kind of find. That is where people will make mistake. Yeah.
Yeah. So if what is one particular guidance you would like to give to the youngsters who will be joining to bachelors now, in case if they would like to take the career option as PhD down the line, or what is your way to tell people how to choose the career?
So I must say, a lot of bachelor students, they don't have clarity in what they're doing. I mean, they join something, and eventually, obviously, when they finish their bachelor's or join masters, they will gain clarity. That maturity factor will come automatically. But early in the stages, they lack that clarity. So I must say for them who are early in their bachelor's, like first semester or second semester, try to learn something outside the box. I kind of feel that is very useful. I think I did mention this in some other video as well. It's called micro learning. Try to learn something new which is useful and which is not taught in the college. Okay, so for example, nobody would have taught you how to make posters, right? The conference posters. I don't think any university will teach you how to make posters. you know Only when you kind of try to make a poster, you will from scratch learn automatically by yourself, maybe learn from some YouTube video. So if you try to learn that, I don't think any university will teach you how to use biorender, right?
True.
So try to learn, all these new, small things which you learn every day, that will end up in giving you a lot of more knowledge than a random bachelor student. So I suggest this to everyone, and try to spend maximum time with professors. Ask them so many doubts, because who knows? All the people who are getting Nobel Prize, they would have asked one doubt to their professor. No, that is where they got the problem. They kind of found the key.
Yeah.
So you can build upon that in future. So ask innumerous doubts. Ask so many doubts. Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah. That's a really nice insight. And we have almost reached to end of a session, and I have three questions to ask you and to know your perspective on that. So,
Mhm.
for you, what does success means?
So, okay. So this is a very nice thing. So for me, success is a way to make myself more humble. You know, Many people in today's world, if they achieve like one or two big things, they kind of start becoming egoistic, or that arrogance factor will develop. And that is the main reason why they see downfall in future. So the more you succeed, the more down to earth you need to become. The more you need to embrace the change, right? Success doesn't teach you as much as a failure does. That's very important. The more you fail, the more you become humble, the more you grow ahead. And your success should not be limited to you. That is something which I always keep in mind. Your success should be a path, or a kind of a inspiration for so many next generations to follow your path. Whatever, you know, at one day, no, you should be in a position to share your life experience, and that should be a survival technique for your juniors. I mean, I kind of feel that. I kind of, wherever I go, I give my own examples. I don't give someone else's examples, because I went through that, and they are soon going to come to my position, my doing masters or something. It will be useful for them. Direct example I'm giving them. So I think for me, success means uh, to make myself more humble, and to share my success to so many people that they also get inspired. Yeah.
Okay. So, follow up question: how you define failure?
Okay. So failure is inevitable, right? Everyone will fail at certain point of time. There is no person in this world who never failed. And if you didn't fail, then it actually means you are a failure. So you should
Yeah.
fail, right? So only if you fail, you will
You will
get a
learn.
chance. You will get a chance to redirect yourself to the scratch, right? If you keep on succeeding, no, you will never get a chance to look back, like what you did, what was the groundwork which you did, right? Many people, when they succeed, no, they forget their roots. You should never forget your roots, right? Every time you fail, it should not demotivate you. It should be a redirection for to yourself to go and find out why did you fail, right? And try to get inspiration from people, elderly people, or you know uh, I mean, I must say you should read Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita has a lot of solutions for a lot of problems in day-to-day life. So that actually gives you a lot of this thing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the book which I would like to show to a lot of people. It is Transcendence. So this was actually gifted by one of my professors to me. He's Professor Prashant in Surojala. He was my bioinformatics professor. Now he's currently professor and associate dean of Manipal University in Jaipur. So, so that is the thing. So, I mean, again, success doesn't teach you as much as the failure does. So, embrace failure, fail as much as you can early in your career. If you succeed early in your career, no, you will not have a lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
So, fail
So,
and then grow.
I would like to end up this session with asking you one last question. That is, how important it is for a student specifically to set up the goals. And these days, which I'm learning is it's, to be on top when it comes to science, it's always good to be delulu, it's better to be delusional to achieve. So what is your note on that?
So, uh, can you repeat the question, the first one?
So yeah, so my question is how important it is for a student to set goals.
Okay. Okay. So, that's a very nice question. See, if you don't set goals for yourself, you will end up taking wrong path, right? So, I mean, you should set a goal for yourself. Many people, I mean, today also, if I ask some of my friends who finished their masters and ask them what you want to do in life, they were like, whatever I get, I will do. I mean, you need to have a goal, no? I mean, you should set a goal like 5 years from now, what I want to do. 10 years from now, what I want to call myself. I mean, whether I'm a scientist or whether I'm an economist or whatever it is, right? We should have a specific goal. And only if you have a specific goal set for yourself, you will be able to do the necessary groundwork to achieve that. Your vision should be straight. You should not have a vision like a shark, which is sideways, right? You should not have eyes on the side. You should have straight vision, right? So if you know what is your goal, you can work towards it back to back daily. Give 200% towards it, and you will reach your goal, right? My goal was simple. You know, till my master's beginning, my parents were never satisfied because of me, because they always wanted me to see as top of my class, kind of achieve things and all those things. But eventually in my bachelor's, I was not even there in the top 10 in my bachelor's list finally. But in my master's, half of my class were, gold medalists and silver medalists during their bachelor's. Class was very competitive. All of them were like heavy people. But I feel like it is good to have very good competition around you, because that is
Yeah.
what will give you the fear factor. What if I don't succeed, right? So when you have that fear, no, obviously it will push you towards, doing hard work. Obviously you will do hard work and you will reach towards it. And I feel like that is very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my goal was very simple. I want my parents to, you know, get that dream come into reality. They always wanted me they always wanted to see me getting some medal or something on stage. And I promised them, whatever it takes, I will try. If not, I will still try for something else. But this time, I'm not going to disappoint you. And it so happened, God was very grateful. I mean, I was very grateful to God. I'm always grateful to God that things happened in a very right time, right way, and all those things. And eventually, I received that gold medal, which always, inspires me to, you know, do big things and great things. I want to show my medal to all of you. So this is my medal. It's a gold medal.
So cute. Congratulations for that.
And this is my silver medal. It's for university level, this is for campus level. So this is one of the proudest moments I have ever had in my life. It's not going to US or doing research or something, but it was more than anything, it was satisfaction of my family because they gave life to me. I was brought up to this world because of them. And my primary goal is to give back to them, at
Yeah,
least when they're alive. Many people won't be able to many people won't be able to make their dreams come true till when they are alive. At least I
yeah,
done that. So that's one of the greatest achievement I think I ever had
yeah.
in
You
the
are such a blessed child to your parents.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the thing.
Uh, so we have reached the end of the session, Sharon. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your valuable time, and it's really it's a feel good moment to have you on my
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah, and most of the audience who are students, they will definitely learn and take insights and motivation from your speech. And again, I'm very grateful and thankful to you to be on my show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure talking to you and interacting with you. And you're doing great, through by means of this platform. And I wish you all the best and hoping to see a lot of amazing such sessions coming from different people across globe. Yeah,
Sure.
all the best for everything.
Yeah. So I also wish you a successful selection for your PhD program. And
Thank you.
yeah, by any chance, if you are in US this time, I'll definitely meet you.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for your time, Sharon.
thank you.